enjoy your week. Looks like the weather is projected to be very good game day and all the way through there, so we're very blessed to have that and here today. I'd like to just ask each coach to make a brief.
Leo Haggerty, Amped Up Sports. For both coaches and Coach Fickle, you first. They made a
Well, thank you. For us at LSU, I think it's been a great week. We're excited to be here in Tampa. I want to thank Jim McVay, certainly ReliaQuest and Brian Murphy and our host, Bruce Polly, who's been terrific this week. Our players have enjoyed Tampa, all that has been afforded them. It's been, for us, an opportunity to, bond as a team and certainly prepare as well. We've got a great opponent in Wisconsin. Coach Fickle's team is one that will play physical. It's a football team that, again, from our perspective, when you play a Big Ten team, will be well coached, well prepared, and we're excited about the challenge between an SEC team and a Big Ten team. So it's just, again, from our standpoint, we're excited about the matchup playing on New Year's Day. It's the first game of the day, and it should kick off a great New Year. So, again, excited for our university, and congratulations to Wisconsin.
Coach Fickle.
I would second that. I want to say thank you to, obviously, Jim and ReliaQuest for this opportunity for us, for our program, and for all of our kids. This is unique. Again, I think this is what college football has been about. Bowl season, January 1, this opportunity. I don't take that for granted. I know that there are times and there's an evolution to what it is that we're doing, but our program, and what it is that we see this opportunity this is a great opportunity. I don't know if you know this, but it's probably freezing in Madison, Wisconsin. I think it snowed today, so our guys maybe have even a little bit more appreciation than Coach's team. I'm sure in Baton Rouge it's still shorts weather and things like that. So our guys are enjoying. We had a little rain yesterday for practice. It was about 58 degrees, and they thought it was the greatest thing in the world. So we are excited, obviously, to be here, but it's also a great opportunity for us to prepare, for us to continue to push our program forward. I think this was practice 13 in some ways for us. A lot of those are, maybe the first 5 or 6 for young guys. So it's an opportunity for us in our program to also push and develop as well. And we're excited about, obviously, a great opponent in LSU and Coach Kelly. Obviously, got a little bit of a history and know a lot about him. This is going to be an incredible challenge for us, but I think that's what's exciting for us in our program.
Thank you.
If they make a movie about one of you two guys, who's going to be the star? Now, I'm thinking X-Files. David Duchovny for you, Coach Fickle, and Robert Patrick for you, Coach Kelly. Who are you thinking?
Wow.
That's pretty good.
I'm not sure of that movie. That's one for me. I've been maybe heard a little Adam Sandler in there, so I don't know. It depends on how you want to go, which direction. Ted Lasso is definitely not going to play me, or whoever that is. Maybe I'll let you go ahead and decide on that, and maybe my wife would have a better suggestion for that, and I'm sure some of the players would have a greater suggestion than I would.
Yeah, I would defer to you on movies. We don't have much time for movies. We watch a lot of film, but it's generally not of actors and actresses.
So, right here. Next. There you go. Colton Bartholomew, Wisconsin State Journal. Luke, this is going to be Jake Renfro's first game in 2 years. You've been around him for a lot of that time. What have you seen him kind of go through battling these injuries and continuing to push and get himself to this position?
For everybody who doesn't know, Jake is a center. He obviously transferred from Cincinnati, played for us there for a couple years, and then obviously missed last year with injuries, missed a little bit of this year at the beginning of the year with some injuries as well. And just kind of how it worked out, he didn't get an opportunity to play a whole lot this year. And with our center moving on to the NFL, Jake will be playing for us at center. Jake's played a lot of football. I think that in a lot of this bowl season, I'm sure Coach would agree with you, there's some tough situations that you go through, right? There's guys that aren't playing, whether they choose to, move on to the NFL for other things and different reasons. It also gives some incredible excitement and light to some other guys. And Jake is one of those guys that unfortunately was playing behind a guy who was a really, really good football player that was fortunate enough to stay healthy all year and didn't get some of those opportunities. So in the last 3 weeks, there's been a light at the end of the tunnel, and Jake has, I think, really taken that, to heart. And I think that he's used this 14, 13 practices in a very good way. And I got no worry. I mean, Jake's played a lot of football. I know a lot more about him than the rest of our guys, and surely our offensive staff. But I think that we won't miss a beat with Jake.
Yeah, next.
Perspective on what makes them stand out and why are they such a challenge for opposing defenses other than the fact they're very talented?
Well, each one brings a different element to the game. Malik's ability to run after the catch is extraordinary. He's a physical player, makes people miss, but breaks tackles, and a ferocious competitor. Brian, his ball skills down the field, his size obviously makes him a difficult one-on-one matchup. Playing him to the field obviously gives him a lot of opportunities to, obviously get down the field. And he had a quarterback who got him the football. So when you make that equation work, many of the times those guys came up big, made big plays and big catches, and we got them the football. So a little bit different in the sense of what they can do, but both as good as I've had in my 30-plus years.
Well, it's now Dan from The Advocate for Brian. With Joe and Cortez having that shared co-offensive coordinator title in this game, kind of what are they both responsible for in the terms of getting ready for this, and which one's actually going to be calling plays on game day? Yeah,
I think that what's really most important internally is the organization of the offense, because a lot of that is already in place and has been in place for the last, 4 or 5 months. So I think the way it's really filtered out is they've handed off different assignments within the staff itself. Joe is focused, a lot on the run game, protections, things that would center around the quarterback. Cortez much more on the passing game. They'll keep their assignments. Joe is in the box and Cortez is on the sideline. So those plays will generally probably come from the box to the sideline. And there'll be collaboration on a game plan. So they'll both be part of it. But again, I think from a communication standpoint, it'll come down from the press box and then into the game. And I'll get a chance to listen and make sure it's the way I want it to go.
Seth Lewis,